Hi, I'm Julia and this is my husband Craig and this is our story.
Julia and I, we own a business. We've got a young family. We both are health professionals. We've got nothing to really complain about in regards to how our life was. However, since being introduced to church and introduced to the family at Calvary here, we feel like we've got a new home and the lights have been switched on for us.
The girls go to a Christian school and they said, oh, hey mum, hey dad, we want to we want to do the Holy Communion, we want to do the Eucharist. And we said, well, if you're going to do that, you're going to have to go to church. And they're like, okay. And one of Craig's colleagues had said, come along to Calvary. This is where I go and I think you'll really like it.
That first service was completely different to what I expected church to be. For a Sunday morning, it definitely took us by surprise in a most incredible way.
Yeah.
And attending that service with an open heart and open mind and feeling the things we felt and engaging with the people we engaged with and seeing the faces around us, we knew we wanted to be a part of it. I wanted to do Alpha essentially to get a better understanding of Christianity. Every time you go to church, you go, wow, I really needed to hear that. And I can see how that fits in my life. But you don't really have that opportunity to break it down and talk these things through with other people. But having that opportunity to attend Alpha, you really get to dissect what it means to you and get it clear in your mind in terms of how Christianity and faith interacts with you personally, but also you get to see it how it affects other people as well.
And when Pastor and I said, oh, does anyone want to
Raise their
hand out, it shot straight up. And I was closing my eyes and after the service I'm like, Craig, did you put your hand up? And he's like, no. I'm like, oh, I did. And then I think it was the next service, and I don't believe in coincidences, but the next service Pastor Craig started talking about the baptism, and by then Craig had put his hand up, and because they were talking about how you don't just say yes and it's done. It was about doing and not just saying. That full trust in being able to sort of do it, and the symbolism of washing away everything and coming out a changed person.
Baptism was essentially a way to clear the filter to bring yourself closer to God. Essentially, it's washing away the past and opening your heart and your mind to Jesus, and essentially taking those barriers away to building that relationship. Early childhood through school, was introduced to Christianity and religion and stepped away from it through sort of young adulthood. I was much more, describe myself as agnostic, and then through university and through study, subsequently went on to do research and publish research. And when you're doing research, you've got to question everything. You go in with a very doubtful mind. You go with people doubting you and doubting your research, and you've taught to doubt yourself and doubt everything around you. So that viewing the world through that lens, you start to look at everything with a doubtful mind. So coming into Christianity and spirituality, where there often isn't any black and white, you're not leading with this, you're leading with this, has been pretty much a 180 turn in sort of how I view the world and view others. It helped me see the good in our community. So much of what we get fed through news and through social media, you can't help but see the negative and the evil in the world, and that's how you start to view your world. When you come to this community, you realize actually no, there is a lot of good in people and there's a lot of good in our community. If you try and align yourself with the highest good, that only good can come.